The Fortress of Terezín lies northwest of the Czech capital, Prague, at the confluence of the rivers Elbe and Eger. The town served a primarily civilian residential function, whose layout, accommodation, administrative buildings, and production units supported the fortress. By an imperial decree of 1782, a free royal town was founded within the main fortress. It was built to a predetermined plan that set out the checkerboard disposition of the streets with a central square. Its conception as a regular grid with a gradation of buildings towards the center, where the dominant landmark, the church, was located, sprang directly from the tradition of Renaissance ideal fortified towns. The central square was lined by the formal buildings of the military, spiritual, and civil administrations. The fortress was built between 1780 and 1790 to defend the route from Dresden to Prague. The fortress comprises three main sections. The main fortress is situated on the left bank of the Eger River, the small fortress on the right bank, and the fortified intervening areas of the upper and lower entrenchments connecting the two fortresses. Floodgates along the river regulated the flow of water into the protective moats surrounding both fortresses. On May 6, 1947, the government of the Czech Republic decided to establish a memorial in Terezín with the aim of preserving and maintain the places of suffering in the form they were during the Nazi regime, so that they could be a permanent reminder and warning for future generations. The original name, National Suffering Memorial, was changed to Terezín Memorial in 1964. The memorial consists of a set of individual memorial places located in several places, shown numbered in the image, and do not form a complete single location. The small fortress. This part of the Terezín fortress system from the 18th century served as a prison already in the time of the Habsburg monarchy. In 1914, Gavrilo Princip, a pan-Slavic nationalist, assassinated Archduke Francis Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, precipitating the Great War. After his trial, he was imprisoned in Cell 1 in Terezín. He spent 2 years here, followed by 2 years in a hospital ward before succumbing to tuberculosis and malnutrition at the age of 23. The most tragic chapter in the history of the small fortress was the period of World War II, when it was used as a police prison by the Prague Gestapo for opponents of the Nazi regime. National Cemetery. The National Cemetery in front of the small fortress was founded in August 1945. In its individual and mass graves, 10,000 victims of the Gestapo police prison, the Terezín ghetto, the concentration camp in Litmor-Jezice, and the death transports from Lovisis are buried. Ghetto Museum. During World War II, this building, number 2 on the map, housed a home for Jewish boys, 10 to 15 years old. Currently, there is a museum with a central exposition on the history of the Terezín ghetto and the persecution of Jews in the Protectorate of Bohemia and Moravia. Part of the exhibition is dedicated to the youngest victims of the ghetto. Over 10,500 children passed through Terezín. 400 died here. Nearly 8,000 were deported to extermination camps. Only 245 survived the transports to the eastern camps. Their names are recorded here. None of the teachers in the school at Terezin survived the war. Ceremonial halls. A morgue was created in the walls of the original fortification, where the dead were prepared for the last farewell, which then took place in the ceremonial halls. In the opposite part of the fortification, a columbarium was set up to store urns with the cremated remains of the victims of Terezín and Litmor-Jezice. crematorium, and cemetery. Due to the high death rate, a crematorium was built at this place, number 7 on the following map, in the places of burial by order of the camp's SS commander. A total of 30,000 victims of the ghetto, the prison in the small fortress, and the nearby concentration camp of Litomyazis were cremated here from the autumn of 1942. 4 original ovens, a room for unloading the dead, and an autopsy room have been preserved in the building. In 1944, the Nazis staged Terezin for a Red Cross inspection. They depicted the town as a spa with social, educational, and recreational opportunities for Jews. They also commissioned a video be made to document the conditions of the town. It was propaganda. The performers in the film were among the 70,000 deported to the extermination camps. They sent the director on the last train from the city, ultimately perishing in Auschwitz. The film was never published. Some stills from the film exist. The United States Holocaust Memorial Museum website includes a clip from the film.